Good Morning Texas Home and Wealth, sponsored by Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending.
With refinance activity being at a recent high for the year, our viewers have had a lot of questions. Rodney Anderson, our mortgage expert and credit expert, is here with answers to those questions. Rodney, our first question is coming from Steve in McKinney. And he says, my wife and I bought a home in 2010, and we did an 80-15. Now, the first lien is at 5.25%, and the second is at 7.5%. Now, they're asking, should they consider refinancing?
Absolutely, because a lot of people took out the 80-15-5. That's where they did one loan for 80% of the purchase price, a second mortgage for 15% of the purchase price, and then they put 5% down. Why would you do something like that? To avoid PMI. But now we're seeing, like in many of these areas, home values have skyrocketed, so they can take the first mortgage, the second mortgage, combine it into one loan, get a lower rate than they have on both those mortgages. And I would recommend that they look at a 15-year fix, because it sounds like based on the year of 5.25% and over 7% on the second, I would say they've been in that house for at least 5 years. I would look at a 15-year or a 20-year mortgage to see if they can keep the same payments but save interest over the period of time.
All right, so Steve, that means check it out. And you mentioned PMI, and Tanya from Flower Mound, she says that her current mortgage is at 4.375%, and she says, I owned my home for 4 years. I currently pay $190 a month for private mortgage insurance, but I would like to get rid of this. If I can refinance, can I drop the PMI?
Yeah, here's what happens. She might get a little bit, depending on her credit score, a little bit better on the first mortgage.
Okay.
But paying that $190 a month in PMI is ridiculous, because you're paying for something that you don't need. Imagine that you have a gym membership that's costing you $190 a month. You never go to the gym, or a cell phone that's costing you $190 a month, and it's broken. Right? So we're seeing a lot of people that have been in their houses since 2011 and before, that now home values have shot up and they can remove the PMI, but most of the time in removing it, you've got to refinance your mortgage. So yes, in that situation, got to look at the whole overall picture, the credit and everything, but yes, it would be potentially worth it for her.
Good question, even better answer. Tom from Fort Worth, our current home is worth $420,000 and we owe $220,000 due to fertility treatments. My wife and I have over $75,000 in credit card debt. I hear you can do a cash out refinance and pay off debt. He's asking, is this true?
Yes, it is. We see it every single day. Last month, we closed over 60 cash-out refinances. And here's what Tom can do. If his home value is worth $420,000, he could take out up to 80%, which is $336,000, minus what he owes. So Tom could refinance his mortgage and completely get out of credit card debt, because if you have $75,000 in credit card debt, you're normally paying high interest rates on those things. And most of the time, you'll be paying 13, 15, 22% on these credit cards. So, yes, I would recommend to him that he definitely picks up the phone and calls.
Rodney, you said yes to every one of our viewers today. Why do you think some people, they're still holding back?
Yeah, it's one of those periods of time where we get all the kids have activities. We're prioritizing everything else except our personal finances. And here's what I know. The more I take care of my personal finances, the more money I can put away for retirement. My grandchildren's education funds, all those different things that are out there, it gives you a lot of opportunities to take advantage and save money. The less interest I pay, the more money I have in my pocket.
All right, Rodney, good answers to some great questions. Want to know more? You can just give him a call at 1-800-EXPRESS for more tips from Rodney, or you can go to RodneyAnderson.com.